Here we have a 2008 Dodge Ram 1500. The customer complains about the gas hand fluctuating on the needle. So let's see. Turn the ignition key on. Start it up. Right now it's showing a half a tank of gas. Then sometimes it will just drop down to E. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna replace the fuel pump assembly, and I'm gonna go through the steps to show you how to do it. So the first thing I'm gonna do here on this Dodge Ram, I'm gonna jack it up, and I'm gonna put a jack stand under it and take the tire off. And how I'm gonna take the fuel pump assembly out, I'm gonna take the bed, I'm gonna lift the whole bed up and take it from there instead of dropping the whole tank. When you have like a half a tank of gas, you probably be looking at like maybe 10 gallons, anywhere from 10 to 15 gallons. So I'm gonna jack it up, put it on a jack stand, and I'm gonna use my motor hoist to lift the bed up in order to get the fuel pump out. And I'm gonna show you the steps on how to take the fuel pump out on a Dodge Ram 1500 2008. So now when you have the tire off, make sure you have a jack stand. Make sure the jack stand is under there secured properly. And make sure you chalk the front of the wheels. So now what I want to do is these two lines here that runs to the where you put the gas in at, and it's got a vent line and the line that the tube where the gas goes. So what I'm gonna do is take a screwdriver and take that hose apart right there, and then you have a U-clamp on the where the vent line is. Got to come off. Let me see if I can get it better. It's kind of hard to see. It's so bright. That little piece right here comes out of there. This little piece comes out and the line come off. Sometimes you have to spray cleaner up in it to get them off. Take your time, try not to break the line, and give me a second to get those off. Alright, now when you got those off, you want to just let them hang. Then after that, you're going to have a 10 millimeter bolt here, and one right here that's connected to the bed of the truck, and it's like a brace bar. You don't necessarily have to take it out the way, but I like to take it out the way so you can have more room to work up under the truck end. So you need a 10 millimeter to take that off. Alright, now that you got your brace off, now we're going to move under the truck to undo the bolts of the bed of the truck. And for this, I am using I think these 12 inches, two 12-inch extensions with an 18 millimeter socket. All right. So one of the bolts is here at the front of the bed. So you can see one of the bolts that's right there. It's an 18 millimeter. So you have to get it from the bottom. Let's get on there. Look. You can get it. You can actually get it from right here. Just a regular wrench, or either a socket, and just the socket you can get that one. So you have one right there, and then follow along the frame of the truck. You're gonna come to the back, and right here at the back, there's gonna be. Let's see if I can get in there and look. It's kind of dark in there. Can't really see it, but there's a bolt that's in there. It's going to be an 18 millimeter. And then you have one that's up in there is an 18 millimeter also. It's kind of hard to see, but there it is. You can see it. There it is. The camera's focused on it. So there's 3 on each side. The one in the front, one here, and one here. They're up in the holes. So what I'm gonna do is take these 3 out on this side, and on the other side, on the passenger side, I'm gonna loosen those up, and I might even have to take them all the way out. But let me get those out real quick. Okay, after you remove the bolts on the driver's side, I took all 3 of the ones on the driver's side completely out. All right, I did have to use the 18 millimeter, 12-inch extension, and also like a 3-inch extension also, and I was using an impact. So if you're using a ratchet, you might want to use a little longer extensions. It'll be better, but it was perfect for the impact to get them right out. And on the other side, what I did was on the passenger side, what I didn't remove the all 3 of them. What I did was just loosen them up and threaded them. So you can see right there. You can see right there why I loosened it up, and this will help the it will keep the bed from sliding all the way off. You just want to jack it up as much as you can get it where you can work under there comfortably. So you don't have to try to line the truck bed up when you get ready to install everything. So give me a second. Next step, you want to jack up the bed. Let me get all that set up. Okay, after you remove the bolts on the driver's side, I took all 3 of the ones on the driver's side completely out. All right, I did have to use the 18 millimeter, 12-inch extension, and also like a 3-inch extension also, and I was using an impact. So if you're using a ratchet, you might want to use a little longer extensions. It'll be better, but it was perfect for the impact to get them right out. And on the other side, what I did was on the passenger side, what I didn't remove the all 3 of them. What I did was just loosen them up and threaded them. So you can see right there. You can see right there why I loosened it up, and this will help the it will keep the bed from sliding all the way off. You just want to jack it up as much as you can get it where you can work under there comfortably. So you don't have to try to line the truck bed up when you get ready to install everything. So give me a second. Next step, you want to jack up the bed. Let me get all that set up. Okay, after you remove the bolts on the driver's side, I took all 3 of the ones on the driver's side completely out. All right, I did have to use the 18 millimeter, 12-inch extension, and also like a 3-inch extension also, and I was using an impact. So if you're using a ratchet, you might want to use a little longer extensions. It'll be better, but it was perfect for the impact to get them right out. And on the other side, what I did was on the passenger side, what I didn't remove the all 3 of them. What I did was just loosen them up and threaded them. So you can see right there. You can see right there why I loosened it up, and this will help the it will keep the bed from sliding all the way off. You just want to jack it up as much as you can get it where you can work under there comfortably. So you have to try to line the truck bed up when you get ready to install everything. So give me a second. Next step, you want to jack up the bed. Let me get all that set up. All right, now I got the bed jacked up high enough to get the pump out. So the next step is to disconnect the you have a line that's right there, one fuel line, then you got one electrical connection. Let me go ahead and get those off, and then I'll be right back. All right, now after you get it jacked up far enough, you get your lines off. You got one line to come off and one electrical line. So now there's a ring that goes around here, and you need to take a flathead screwdriver and a hammer and put right here, and you need to put right here and hit that ring around to free up the fuel pump. Another thing you want to do when you have it jacked up, you want to put a block under here, so for safety, in case something happened to your jack and you have something holding it up. You never want to work under nothing like a jack or anything without having a support. All right, let me get that retainer off, and I'll be right back with you. All right, now so when you take the retainer out, this is how it looks, and now you'll be ready to pull the fuel pump right on up out of there. Okay, after you got the fuel pump out, let's focus it here. So we was having problems out of the float. So let me try to focus this in. So if you notice, those are the two pins that the float's supposed to ride on. So you could tell one of them is broke. They both is broke. This is a common problem on the Dodges 1500 fuel pumps. And once I get the new pump, I will show you how the new one will look. And also I will take a picture and show you the difference. All right, here we have the new pump. As you can see, the old pump had didn't have a cover on it right here, and this is the for the float. It's a new and improved pump. So I guess the old pump that they had, they was having a lot of problems out of the float mechanism. So now I guess this one is all new and improved. And so after you get the pump out and you get your new pump, this section right here, now it's kind of dark, but you want to clean that section off before you put your new O-ring in there. So this is the O-ring. You want to take that out and clean around there and get everything cleaned up real good before you put it back together. So another thing I did was I went to the parts store and got some of these connectors that goes up in there, because sometimes they will wear out. So this is the pack right here, made by Dorman. Part number is 800-023, and there's a variety of different fuel clamps that comes in a pack. So every time let me see, try to get this to focus. Every time that I take a loose the fuel lines, I will go buy these. All right, so there you have it, and they made specifically for fuel lines. All right. All right, now after you get done cleaning that area out, you want to go ahead and place your O-ring. Make sure it's seated properly before you go to the next step. The next step is put your pump in, and then we'll put our retaining screw on. So when you get your pump down in there, the pump has to be in a has to set down in there a certain way. So when you press down on it, you want to make sure you turn it back and forward, where it's got a lip back here that goes in a specific spot, and you want to make sure that that lip goes into that slot. Make sure it's down on there before you put your retainer on there. So now after you have put your retainer on there, here's the retainer. I got it started already. Now you want to take your flathead screwdriver and your hammer, and you want to hammer the retainer going clockwise until it comes to the dead stop. So how you know if you got your retainer is if it's locked in all the way, you want to look right here and see right there, because this plate turns clockwise, and if you still have a gap right here, that means you have not completed turning the retainer all the way. So once it's all the way up flush, that's it, and you can proceed to the next step. The next step is putting on the wire connector. And here's the wire connector here. So you want to place the wire connector on right there. Give me a second, it's not clamping, hold on. Okay, now that you'll have the wire connector connected, when you get it on there, you want to make sure you pull the wire connector, make sure it don't come off, make sure it's snapped on there pretty good, and make sure you push in the safety clamp. So I got new retainers for the gas line. See how this one is black? You take the black retainer and you just stick it in there and press it in there, and then how you check it is you want to pull on it and make sure that line doesn't come out, and that's how you know that is in there properly. And on the other line here, see how this one is like a beige color? I need to pop this retainer out and use one that's like the white one inside of here. That's the one that's gonna go in there. And I don't know if you can see in this line, sometimes these lines get debris in them. I like to clean the debris out before I put everything back together. So now that I got the fuel pump in there, that line is connected. Now our next step is to lower the bed down. We got our safety block out. We need to take our safety block out and lower the bed down and finish connecting the other connecting wires, and we'll tighten up the bed and we'll check it. First thing we're going to do before we lower it down, we're going to go on the inside and make sure we have good working power and the gauge is working properly. Give me a second. So now I'm in the car now. I'm going to turn on the key and I'm going to be listening for the fuel pump, and also I want to watch the gas gauge and see if it's working properly. All right, here we go. Alright, so our gas hand is working, and I did hear the fuel pump come on once I had turned the key on. So once we know that it's working properly, go ahead and turn everything off and proceed to the next step. And the next step is lowering everything down. Alright, now that we have the truck lowered all the way down, now we're going to go ahead and put the 3 bolts that goes back into the driver's side. We have 1 bolt that goes there, right up there, right there, and then we have 2 more bolts right at the back, 1 up in there and 1 right there. And the other bolts on the passenger side, we just have to tighten them up, 2 at the back and 1 at the front. All right, now so when you put your 3 bolts in on the driver's side, you got 1 there, and you got 2 under the back of the bed of the truck, and you got Same on the other side. 18 millimeters size of the bolts that you're going to use to tighten that up. So now the next step is to clean this line out because I don't want no debris, and I'm gonna change that retainer that goes in there, and I'm gonna put all this back together. So once, let me try to focus the camera here. So once you get that line on and the retainer installed, you want to pull on this line, make sure it don't come apart. Make sure this right here is tight. After you do that, you want to put this bar, that bar that goes across here and goes down here. You want to put that on, and to tighten that up, it's a 10 millimeter socket. So once you get your bar installed, tighten up with the 10 millimeter socket. Now the next step is to put the tire on and let it down. All right, now we got the truck down and on the ground. So now we're going to go to the inside of the truck. Prime the pump a couple of times. Let's do it again. And start right up. All right, now we have an engine light on, and it had a code for fuel pump circuit. So now you see that the gauge is reading properly. I think the last time before I dropped the pump, took the pump out, it was reading like a half a tank. So now I'm gonna go into my scan tool here. See, I have codes found. Is one code, read codes, store codes, and a food lever circuit A. So what we're gonna do is gonna clear the codes out. Let the camera focus. So we turn it off. Turn the key on the arm position. So now we're going to go back. Erase codes. You will see the engine light flash. The erase codes are done. All right. So now we're going to start the vehicle up. We're going to turn the key off. Turn the key back on. Prime the pump. And there we have it. This is how to change the fuel pump, or the fuel pump assembly unit, on a 2008 Dodge Ram. All right, so you know, if you like the video, give a thumbs up, subscribe, share the video, leave a comment. All right, thank you.